Hey everyone, BooksMcD here. Welcome to my channel. I've been away for a couple weeks because my husband and I did a house project together, and this is part of it, this purple room that I'm sitting in now. We took everything out of this room, moved it to another room, moved the home library stuff into here after painting it. So it was a lime green color, now it's this lovely purple, and there's some nice white light in here as opposed to, it was kind of a darker space in the other room, so I find this better for reading, and I have additional lamps in here, and it's a little bit more comforting of a space. So it was nice to be able to come into this space and paint it a nice new color and freshen it up a bit. So that took about a 4-day weekend, and just to do the painting part and the furniture moving. And then I used the rest of that week to kind of put the puzzle of the bookshelves together. I kind of put all the books on in a space efficient way so that I could use the tops of the shelves for, like, I have Legos that I like, and then I have a couple other goofy shelf items that I like to incorporate. So I did it successfully. I have all of the tops clear, and so as I continue to get everything back in to the home library, I'll be putting some stuff on the shelves. But happy to have all of the books in their homes. And so we're pretty much done. We're not done, but we're getting there. As I've been gone, I've been reading a bit. So I'm reading the Wheel of Time series with a group. And we just finished The Eye of the World, the first book. I am not quite finished. I almost got there for our end of book phone call, but I have a couple of chapters left, so I am plugging away at that, and I hope to be done with that before we start The Great Hunt, which is the second book. So I hope to finish that later this week. I also started a book club with another group, and we're just going to be reading all kinds of things. And the first book that we're going to be reading is a book that was one I found on Book Twitter and BookTube, and everybody seems to love it, and that is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. So I'm really excited to experience that with a book club and choose some other books. So hey, recommend away for book club books. And then 2 days ago, I'm back, I'm ready to go. I start recording this video because I do have a book that I want to talk to you about today. And this storm just came out of nowhere. It got dark so fast outside, and my poor dogs were not having it. One of my dogs was whimpering a lot, and even though I tried to make this video, I was scared, she was scared, and my other dog doesn't really care too much. He was like, whatever. But I was like, I think I'm gonna not do this right now, and so I just stopped and decided I would do the video at a later time. Man, there was a thunder that shook the house so hard. I was like, all right, me and the dogs, we're going in the basement. That's the only way to protect ourselves. And so that was a pretty scary storm. It like rained for 8 hours straight, thunder and lightning, and I was not having it either. So here we are a couple days later, trying to record this again. And since I've been gone for so long, I just wanted to give everybody that little status update, where the heck I've been, and just so people know I'm still here. Just kind of doing house project work, a lot of working, a lot going on these days, and that storm, man. So I am actually here to talk about a book today, post status update, and it is a short one, but an interesting one. So the book I would like to talk about right now is called Everything Inside by Edwidge Danticat, and it is a collection of short stories. Edwidge Danticat is a Haitian-American author who was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. I normally don't pick up short story collections, and I think I didn't realize that this was a collection of 8 short stories. I don't know what I missed in picking it up. I saw that it was recommended, people were talking about it, and I was like, oh, all right, I love when people love a book, so I'm gonna jump right into it. And I had this preconceived notion of short stories. I was like, they don't have enough in them. I like world building and character development, and I love swimming around in long paragraphs of text. I don't know why. I have no explanation. I just somehow got this thought in my head that short stories just don't work. And then I read these, and I am eating my words. I was so impressed. I couldn't believe how much emotion the author was able to evoke from the reader with each story. And it was to the point that I couldn't read more than one of these stories per day because they were still sitting with me throughout the rest of the day. So Danticat explores different themes in her stories: the Haitian American experience, Haitian experiences, culture, the diaspora, and these aren't things that I'm very familiar with. And yet the author is able to paint a picture in so few words that I was baffled by what I had just read and how it affected me, in a good way, in the way that you can't stop thinking about it. And if there was just one thing that I could say about it, was that I wanted more of each story, but I know that simultaneously that would ruin each story, because, and I think I just wanted more of the writing style because I was just so into it. But I know that the whole point for these stories was the finality and how concise and how direct the stories were. And I think adding anything else would do them a disservice. And so I really was absorbed by these 20 to 30 page stories where Danticat is such an artist with her words. One of the stories that resonated with me the most was a story about, and I don't want to give spoilers, so I'm not going to say which one, and I don't want to give too many details. This story was just about an older woman who is starting to experience some signs of dementia, and possibly even it has led to Alzheimer's. And it's told from the perspective of both the woman experiencing the dementia and the Alzheimer's and her daughter, who is not. And her daughter has just had a child as well. And to see those two stories against each other, and how one is confused because they don't understand what's happening, but also the other one is confused because they don't understand what's happening. One because they have dementia and one because they can't relate to having dementia. It was very touching, but also hard to read. I've had a relative who has experienced dementia, which they passed away from ultimately, forgetting to eat food and get nutrition. And in that way, dementia can be a very debilitating disease. And it was a hard time for my family. Just reading this story and seeing it from that other perspective of how she may have been confused, it was pretty tough. And I couldn't believe how well Danticat was able to describe that situation. There are other stories that are equally as touching, and not necessarily dealing directly with other family members, but there are other themes of death, and there are themes of betrayal, and there are some joyous things, there's some traditions, but there is also some political themes. And so just the way each story is able to unpack so much in such a small amount of time and pages is something I never thought that I would enjoy. And honestly, that I would experience, because I just never gravitated toward short stories. So I'm so glad this happy accident happened, me just not paying attention, not realizing it was short stories and picking it up, because I probably never would have had I realized it was short stories. And I think that this is definitely a book that a lot of people would enjoy. I think it's a book that people should read, because I think it's great to approach reading from all types of genres and all types of texts. And I know a lot of people who enjoy fantasy and how big those books can be, and you're just on an adventure for hundreds of pages. I mean, I just said I'm reading The Eye of the World and The Wheel of Time, so you can understand, I know that people enjoy those, and it's like comfort food. But I enjoyed this as a separate art form, and how text can be used in such a direct way. It's almost this phenomenon of a picture's worth 1,000 words, and this is just like a snapshot. And of course there are words used, and it's several pages, but it feels like a snapshot, and that like I'm looking at a piece of art. And so I was blown away by these stories. And then on top of all of that, praise, 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 5 out of 5 stars for sure. I also realized how much I don't know about the Haitian American experience and about Haiti in general. And so another thing that I'm encouraged to do after having read this book is I'd like to read more on the history of Haiti. And so I liked this introduction to Haitian American experiences and Haitian experiences from a Haitian American author's perspective. And now I just want to learn more. So I cannot praise this book enough. I definitely recommend it. I hope everybody is able to pick up a genre out of their comfort zone or try some works that are out of their comfort zone, because this was a surprise to me that I was so absorbed by these and that I was so captured by these stories. I hope this short little video about everything inside has inspired you to try something new. If you're not into short stories, definitely give these ones a try. I think this text can show people how wonderful short stories can be. And if you've read this text, please let me know what you think. And if you have more recommendations by Edwidge Danticat, please let me know, because I am a new fan. And if you have any other recommendations for books that you'd like me to try that are short stories or compilations of short stories, please let me know, because I think I'd be interested to try a couple more. Thanks for tuning in to my video. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for watching. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing for more content or giving this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I'm BooksMcD. I'm on Twitter, Goodreads, Litsy, Instagram. Please feel free to find me and follow me on those platforms if you like. Please pick up something out of your comfort zone. Please try short stories, and please try everything inside. Catch you next time.